Blockchain Industry Briefing, Infrastructure Evolution and Deep Integration with Traditional Finance.
March 27, 2026. Blockchain technology is accelerating its journey from peripheral experimentation to the core of the global financial system. Currently, the industry exhibits three major trends: infrastructure standardization, the dual-track approach of traditional institutions, and ecosystem integration.
At the financial infrastructure level, blockchain is following the path of open-source software like Linux, becoming the underlying architecture for modern financial systems.
The New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, is actively exploring the introduction of blockchain to Wall Street without disrupting existing trading systems, aiming to enhance clearing and settlement efficiency through incremental improvements. Meanwhile, the banking industry's attitude toward blockchain has shifted from either-or to inclusive coexistence. Latest surveys show that mainstream banks are simultaneously deploying private and public chains, utilizing private chains to ensure compliance and privacy, while leveraging public chains for liquidity and interoperability. This dual-track strategy has become the standard configuration for financial institutions. In terms of ecosystem building and market applications, Katana, a blockchain incubated by Polygon, recently announced the acquisition of the decentralized exchange IDX and launched a brand new perpetuals (perps) product. This move signals that high-performance Layer 2 (L2) networks are accelerating the construction of vertically integrated decentralized finance (DeFi) ecosystems by consolidating core trading protocols.
Overall, the industry dynamics in the fourth week of March 2026 reflect that blockchain is no longer just an isolated technological innovation.
Through deep integration with traditional financial regulatory frameworks and open-source infrastructure, it has officially entered a new stage of large-scale application and transformation of legacy markets.
Ethereum, ETH, Market Dynamics Briefing. Date * March 27, 2026.
Ethereum is currently at a critical strategic turning point, with multiple indicators suggesting it has entered a generational buy zone. Analysts point out that current valuation levels are often the precursor to a structural bull market explosion. Despite competition from high-performance public chains like Solana, Ethereum remains the steady top choice in the $2,000 investment tier, thanks to its deep ecological heritage and widespread adoption of institutional-grade applications. On-chain data shows that Ethereum's monthly transaction volume remains active, supporting its status as the world's largest smart contract platform.
Simultaneously, Ethereum has demonstrated extreme resilience amidst geopolitical volatility, with its price performance recently outperforming the S&P 500.
Renowned strategist Tom Lee has even suggested that investors reduce gold holdings in favor of crypto assets like Ethereum during turbulent times. Furthermore, enterprise adoption is accelerating.
Currently, 7 major global listed companies have included Ethereum in their treasury reserves.
This institutionalization trend not only enhances Ethereum's status as an asset but also provides solid support for its long-term value.
In summary, Ethereum is evolving from a pure underlying technical protocol into a risk-resistant global macro asset.
Bitcoin, BTC, Market Briefing, intensified institutional maneuvering and new situations under macro volatility. March 27, 2026, the Bitcoin market presents a complex landscape intertwined with deep institutional involvement in macroeconomic fluctuations. Although safe haven sentiment caused BTC prices to briefly dip below $69,000 due to rising crude oil prices driven by Middle East tensions, strategic institutional positioning continues to demonstrate strong long-term confidence. Regarding institutional holdings, MicroStrategy continues to consolidate its leadership, with total holdings now reaching $54 billion. Its continuous accumulation strategy serves as a vital support force for the market. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley's deep involvement in Bitcoin spot ETFs is viewed by the industry as a behemoth-level bet. Analysis indicates its potential capital scale could reach $1,600 billion, marking an acceleration of traditional financial giants integrating Bitcoin into the core of mainstream asset allocation. At the level of trading strategies and market evolution, diversified innovative applications are emerging. Institutions like GameStop have begun utilizing Bitcoin-covered call strategies to generate additional yield, showcasing new uses for crypto assets in cash flow management. Despite short-term macroeconomic uncertainty, industry analysis generally believes Bitcoin is in a transition from the old paradigm to a new starting point, a painful evolution that signifies the further establishment of its status as global financial infrastructure. In conclusion, while geopolitical-induced short-term volatility has pressured prices, the influx of institutional capital represented by Morgan Stanley and MicroStrategy and the widespread application of derivative strategies are building a more resilient market foundation for Bitcoin.
Solana Ecosystem Briefing, March 27, 2026. Currently, the Solana ecosystem is at a critical intersection of technical infrastructure expansion and a shift in application focus. At the infrastructure level, the Solana Foundation officially launched the Solana Developer Platform and announced a partnership with payment infrastructure provider Modern Treasury. This collaboration aims to provide developers with a more efficient building environment by integrating advanced payment systems, further lowering the barrier to entry for on-chain applications. However, regarding the application vision, there has been significant strategic reflection within the ecosystem. The president of the Solana Foundation recently stated publicly that crypto gaming is dead, implying that the past growth model centered on gaming faces challenges, and the market focus may shift toward more practical financial or technical tools. Meanwhile, Solana's market potential continues to attract long-term investors. Analysis suggests that in competition with mainstream assets like XRP, Solana's valuation outlook for 2030 remains highly imaginative. A warning bell has been rung in the security sector. A new type of malware named Glassworm was recently disclosed. This virus utilizes the Solana network as dead drops to distribute remote access Trojans, RATs, specifically targeting users' browser data and cryptocurrency assets. This method of using blockchain's decentralized nature for stealthy attacks reminds ecosystem participants of the urgent need to strengthen defenses against new cyber threats while enjoying technological dividends. Briefing, the Satoshi Identity Mystery and Bitcoin Ecosystem Evolution, March 27, 2026. As the Bitcoin ecosystem continues to expand, the mystery surrounding its founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, and the distribution of his legacy has once again become a market focus. Recently, the CEO of Coinbase publicly stated that he believes he has acquired key clues that could solve the long-dormant identity mystery of the father of Bitcoin, sparking widespread speculation in the crypto community. Simultaneously, veteran Hollywood producer Tucker Tooley announced a radical move to bypass traditional distributors and release his documentary, Finding Satoshi, directly through decentralized channels, attempting to reconstruct this history in a digitally native way. In terms of market structure, Satoshi's status as the world's largest Bitcoin holder is being challenged by institutional forces. At the current rate of accumulation, the investment strategy led by MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor is expected to surpass Satoshi's holdings by March 2027. This institutionalization trend is also reflected in the underlying technology. The market evolution of Sats, the smallest unit of Bitcoin, has become an ecological focus in 2026. Its popularity as a unit of account is driving Bitcoin's transformation from digital gold into a more granular medium of exchange. However, decentralized ideals still face real-world tests. A recent increase in Bitcoin miner concentration exposed security vulnerabilities in the traditional 6 confirmations rule, sparking discussions on the network's censorship resistance. From identity tracing to the shifting of holdings and the revaluation of the smallest unit, Satoshi's legacy in 2026 is undergoing a deep metamorphosis from a mysterious totem to mature financial infrastructure. Briefing, Ethereum Development Divergence and Vitalik Buterin's Strategic Reshaping. As of March 27, 2026, the Ethereum community is at a critical crossroads regarding technical roadmaps and ecological visions. Founder Vitalik Buterin has been vocal recently, attempting to find a new balance between technical complexity, real-world utility, and decentralized security.
On the technical architecture front, Buterin is actively promoting the merging of Ethereum software components to simplify the node running process for validators and lower the barrier to participation. However, significant disagreements have emerged within the community regarding priority settings. Although Buterin strongly recommended including proposals for user-friendliness and quantum resistance in the upcoming Hagota upgrade, Ethereum developers voted to postpone that process, prioritizing more urgent issues such as scalability, security enhancements, and AI integration. Meanwhile, the Ethereum Foundation is redefining the core role of Layer 2, L2, networks, emphasizing their supporting role in ecosystem expansion.
But Aaron issued a warning that if cryptocurrencies cannot create true utility in the real world, the entire industry faces the risk of collapse. Overall, Ethereum is undergoing a profound internal struggle, on one hand, but Aaron seeks to ensure long-term stability through technical streamlining and forward-looking defenses, like quantum resistance. On the other hand, the developer team is making pragmatic choices in response to the AI wave and market expansion pressures. This tension highlights the difficult trade-offs Ethereum must make between idealistic architecture and realistic engineering needs in its pursuit of becoming the global settlement layer. Briefing: CZ reshapes the crypto narrative, personal wealth and technical footprint expand. On March 27, 2026, Changpeng Zhao, CZ, a leading figure in the cryptocurrency space, has once again become the focus of the global financial and tech sectors. Against a backdrop of macroeconomic volatility, CZ explicitly defined Bitcoin as a hard asset, a statement that powerfully reshapes the crypto market narrative and reinforces its status as a store of value. Simultaneously, CZ's personal wealth has achieved a quantum leap. Latest data shows he has officially entered the $100 billion club, surpassing Bill Gates to become the wealthiest person in Canada. This surge in wealth not only highlights the massive scale of the crypto industry but also reflects market recognition of his strategic vision. In terms of technology and ecosystem layout, Trust Wallet, controlled by CZ, announced the launch of AI agents capable of executing crypto transactions, marking a deep exploration into the field of AI plus DeFi. Additionally, CZ's strategic move to stake Aster has drawn widespread market attention, viewed as a significant signal that could reshape the crypto market landscape. From defending theoretical definitions to applying cutting-edge technology, CZ continues to lead the evolution of the global digital asset industry through multi-dimensional positioning. Briefing: summary of Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong's recent activities and stance. Date * March 27, 2026. Recently, the movements of Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong have become a focal point for the crypto industry, with his stance reflecting a multi-dimensional layout across regulatory maneuvering, macroeconomic insights, and personal social responsibility. On the regulatory front, regarding the controversial new text of the Clarity Act, Armstrong has not issued a formal public comment, but his consistent stance has sent a clear signal. According to industry sources and related reports, news has surfaced again that Coinbase has refused to support the bill. This reflects that, amidst internal industry divisions over compromise solutions for crypto market structure bills, Armstrong remains committed to the spirit of decentralization and long-term industry interests, maintaining a cautious or even resistant attitude toward regulatory terms that might stifle innovation. On macroeconomic views, Armstrong reiterated the strategic value of Bitcoin. He pointed out that in a context of persistent inflationary pressure, Bitcoin is not just a digital asset but a vital tool for counterbalancing inflation and ensuring the balance of the financial system. This view further solidifies the theoretical foundation for Coinbase as a promoter of cryptocurrency mainstreaming. Furthermore, Armstrong has shown an interest in frontier science in his personal asset planning. He announced plans to sell 2% of his Coinbase stock, with the proceeds dedicated to funding scientific research. This move not only reflects the conversion of his personal wealth into social scientific research but also demonstrates the long-term vision of crypto leaders in driving technological progress and social welfare. Briefing: Charlie Lee and related news updates, March 27, 2026. Today, the cryptocurrency field saw a significant development. Litecoin founder Charlie Lee officially announced his joining of the Lithium project as an advisor and investor. This move comes as Arbitrum and the Litecoin Foundation deepen their cooperation, aiming to enhance blockchain interoperability and scalability through technical integration. Charlie Lee's involvement is seen as a key signal for driving the Lithium ecosystem, indicating that the Litecoin ecosystem has taken a substantial step in Layer 2 exploration. In terms of social livelihood and community dynamics, several regions issued important announcements. Webb Funeral Home in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, published an obituary for Charles Lee Baker, Festus, Missouri, is mourning 75-year-old Tony Ray Lee Greenstreet. Additionally, in response to public demand, Bokeely of Florida decided to move the opening time of a popular boat ramp to before sunrise to alleviate usage pressure. In education and sports, a group of outstanding athletes from Germantown High School in Mississippi officially signed commitment letters, determining their paths to higher-level leagues. Briefing: Gavin Wood's Spring 2026 Sports Performance Summary. As of March 27, 2026, multiple sports reports show that Gavin Wood, an active youth athlete, has demonstrated excellent competitive form on both the track and the baseball field. In track and field, Gavin Wood represented his school in the first Quad County Conference Meet No. 1 of 2026. According to raw results published by MileSplit, he completed competitions in several track events, becoming a key member in the team's pursuit of points. Meanwhile, in a report by the Advance News regarding the Vikings' recent 4-game winning streak, Wood's consistent performance was cited as a major factor in the team's undefeated record. On the ball field, Gavin Wood is equally active. He is currently a member of the West Park High School, Roseville, California, JV baseball team, participating in a series of interscholastic leagues recorded by Max Preps. In a recent regional season opener, he assisted his team in a successful sweep of the Hornets, securing a strong start to the regional season. Briefing: Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin and industry influence dynamics. Date March 27, 2026. Subject Joseph Lubin and Ethereum ecosystem market observations. As the co-founder of Ethereum and founder of Consensys, Joseph Lubin's movements continue to influence the blockchain industry and capital markets. As a distinguished alumnus of Pace University, Lubin is not only a leader in technical innovation but also a key figure in driving crypto assets into the mainstream financial system. Currently, the institutionalization of Ethereum in public markets has taken shape. According to the latest market data, 7 major listed companies worldwide have included Ethereum in their corporate treasuries. This trend highlights that the ecosystem Lubin helped create is increasingly becoming a vital component of corporate asset allocation. However, the volatility of the crypto market and the regulatory environment still cause severe shocks in capital markets. Recently, affected by Ethereum panic triggered by SEC filings, related concept stocks like SharpLink saw their share prices plummet, with drops reaching as high as 67%. This phenomenon indicates that despite the continuous efforts of industry leaders like Lubin, the Ethereum ecosystem still faces severe market sentiment tests and regulatory uncertainty in its path toward compliance. Briefing: Jihan Wu's strategic roadmap, from crypto mining giant to physical asset custody. As of March 27, 2026, as a leader in the cryptocurrency industry, Jihan Wu's business layout demonstrates strong cross-sector integration and risk resilience. In the current context where the Bitcoin market has entered a deep value zone and miners generally face survival pressure, Wu's Bitdeer remains among the top 10 global mining companies due to its superior operational efficiency. Facing industry volatility, Bitdeer has not only maintained its competitive edge through technical upgrades but has also shown a strategic trend of transitioning from pure hashrate output to diversified infrastructure. Meanwhile, Wu's positioning in the field of physical asset custody has also drawn significant attention. His investment in the Fort Knox of Asia, Le Freeport in Singapore, has become a world-class secure storage center. The facility houses not only large quantities of gold bars and top-tier artworks but even rare Triceratops fossils, reflecting Wu's far-reaching consideration of extending the security logic of digital wealth into the realm of physical assets. Briefing: Nick Szabo's deep connection to Bitcoin's origins and core principles. As of March 27, 2026, discussions regarding cryptocurrency pioneer Nick Szabo have once again become an industry focus, with core points centered on identity tracing, technical trust, and the defense of Bitcoin's development roadmap. Recently, the CEO of Coinbase claimed to have made a breakthrough in the search for Bitcoin founder Satoshi Nakamoto, pushing Szabo's identity as the inventor of BitGold back into the spotlight. Simultaneously, the market has revisited the early contributions of Hal Finney, such as the RPOW system, further mapping the close ties between Szabo and early cryptographic pioneers, technical foundations seen as the bedrock of Bitcoin's birth. On the technical governance level, Szabo recently issued a stern warning to developers, urging them not to break Bitcoin's underlying logic. He emphasized that Bitcoin's core value lies in its immutability and decentralized trust. Any attempt to solve scalability issues by complicating the base protocol could shake its foundation as a global trust machine. Briefing: Bitcoin evangelist Andreas M. Antonopoulos' influence and visionary outlook. As of March 27, 2026, Andreas M. Antonopoulos, as a top global Bitcoin and blockchain expert, has seen his influence expand from technical circles to mainstream culture. Known as the Bitcoin Sherpa, his deep insights continue to lead public perception of decentralized finance. In the academic and educational fields, Antonopoulos's works remain central.
According to the 2026 annual book list released by Ledger, his works are listed as must-reads in the cryptocurrency field, serving as the cornerstone for both beginners and senior developers to understand blockchain's underlying logic.
He is not only adept at deconstructing complex technology but also provides a unique cultural definition for Bitcoin.
In an interview with Wired, he famously stated that Bitcoin is not smooth jazz, it's punk rock, emphasizing its anti-establishment, decentralized, and disruptive nature. Facing market volatility, Antonopoulos consistently maintains a calm, critical mindset. In an interview with the Australian Financial Review, AFR, he stated bluntly that there is absolutely a bubble in Bitcoin's price, but he also noted that this cyclical speculative frenzy masks the true technological revolution behind it.
He believes Bitcoin's promise lies not in explosive wealth, but in providing a permissionless, censorship-resistant financial infrastructure for the world.